The idea behind the storyteller competition was to get the bartenders back, telling us, putting a story, making an atmosphere behind the drink, rather than just, here's a drink, there you go. We wanted to get back to the way it used to be made, but there was always a story behind. All the great classic cocktails have got big stories behind them, and we all get told them, and we wanted to fetch that back and make it more of a show, rather than just handing you a drink over the bar.
There she is.
There you go.
Found her.
What I loved about this gin when I tasted it was the floral that I got from it. Carol Donovan, I'm from Hardy in Chicago. I'm just setting up now the way my bar would have been for me at home, so pardon me. I'm making Heather's Brogue. It's a cocktail I created specially with Caorunn gin. I want to serve it to my guests, and I want them to feel like they are Heather, and they are looking over moors. I break into a little brogue when I serve it. So making this cocktail, its name is Heather's Brogue. Some apples, some dried lavender. I had some Coca Americano, Saint Germain, a drop of absinthe in it, and some fresh lime juice. This Chicago girl with silver hair, standing in front of you making a cocktail. Suddenly I've become a tall, and since it's my imagination, svelte redhead. This contest to me was a chance to really be creative. And then for good measure, a little more shaky. To take myself outside of the United States and to put myself in Scotland and enjoy delicious gin.
I don't care who it's for. I will never send a cocktail out that I personally wouldn't drink myself. My name is Leslie Ross. I'm from Houston, Texas, and I work for Beaver's Ice House. These are Caorunn-infused apple chips. This is the Moorish idol. A Moorish idol was a fish that was worshipped by the Moors in Africa, and they thought that it brought you happiness, and I feel that a good cocktail will do the same thing. It's got Caorunn, Pimm's, apple juice, heather honey, and it's topped with Brewdog Dogma. Dogma is brewed in Scotland, and it contains heather honey as well, and the bubbles and the effervescence really brings out those dark, earthy notes in this cocktail and makes it light and refreshing, easy to drink, and you drink it in with your eyes first. Hopefully I'm doing this gin justice with this cocktail. I found out about the contest. I looked and saw what botanicals were in this gin. You should kind of get a hint at what this cocktail is going to be like before you actually sip it. I am a huge gin fan, and I very much liked this gin, and I thought that I would find a way to really showcase the botanical flavors as opposed to just using it as an alcohol delivery method. What's really special about heather honey is that it's only made for a very short time of the year. I really wanted you to be able to taste all these nuances and things in the gin and really highlight them.
Until later that morning, his nightmares faded away, and he ended up dreaming of himself walking on a beach. My name's Mike Tybe. I'm from John Howie's Steakhouse in Bellevue, Washington. With cocktails, you should always have a toast, right? So this is Fiddler's Well, made with Caorunn gin, Saint Germain elderflower liqueur. I have a muddled cucumber and then some lemonade. I used a actual Scottish story about a place called the Fiddler's Well, and then kind of molded my story into that. This contest is a way for me to present what we were able to do over at our steakhouse in Bellevue, Washington. And the water just starts gushing out of this well.
And every fall, we would go up to Vermont for a few weeks. Me, my dad, my mom, my sister. My name is Robert Jewell. I work at a bar called Kings County Bar in Brooklyn, New York, where I live. You know, when I drink something like this, because it's sort of like got this sweet, savory thing going on, it's a little challenging and it brightens up at the end. It's just very nostalgic. The carriage cocktail, it is Caorunn gin, of course, Coca Americano, Amontillado sherry, and apple cider syrup. A sweet, savory drink. It's got, you know, a few different layers going on. It's got a bit of that lemon oil right on top for the aroma. I think the important thing to remember in all this is that, you know, it's not just a melancholy endeavor. It's also a template for the future that we all want to create for ourselves. I learned about the contest through the Bartenders Guild. They told me that they were looking for people to enter. And I took home a bottle and played around with it and really thought the product was very good, and I thought I could do something with it.
Caorunn gin, if you haven't tried it, try it. I'm sure you'll love it. and it's my baby, so please be careful with it.
On the garnish itself, that Caorunn emblem is the star of an apple whenever an apple's cut. When I came up with this cocktail, never in a million years did I expect to be here, much less win and represent the U.S. and Scotland in September. But I'm very excited, and I'll do you proud, I promise. I want to thank Caorunn Jen. I want to thank the distiller Simon. Thank you for making a beautiful product, and I hope I represented it well. Thank you.